Hello guys, welcome to our new video. This is a part of Python coding challenges. Now we are dealing with challenge 5. Now in this challenge we're gonna build a simple ATM machine that would dispatch money in hundreds, fifties and tens. So whatever amount we put in, it's gonna return amount in these denominations. And we have a maximum amount limit that can be withdrawn per transaction is 1000, and also there is another clause of max of 100 bills that can be given per transaction is 5. So let's try to build a function that can address all these three classes. So we'll start off with a function declaration. Maybe we'll call it as ATM withdrawal, and we'll take one input. This is a user input of how much money he wants to withdraw. Now first we'll do a simple check. If type of s is not equals to int, if suppose it's not an integer, then return input must be a integer. And since the least denomination is 10, now it should be a value in terms of tens. So before that we'll just see whether if the value is a positive or not. If s is less than 0, enter a valid input, or we can say like input must be greater than 0, and if 10 not equals to 0. So this is how we check if it is a multiple of 10. So as percentage 10 would give a reminder and it should be 0, and if it is not 0, then we can say input should be a multiple of 10. So these are the basic checks that we would need to do for this function. And then once the input crosses all these three conditions, it means it's a proper input of multiple of 10. So first thing we do is, first let's calculate how many hundreds are there. So let's say we'll call it as 100 count equals our input. Now we have double slash method in Python which will give us the quotient value. So if I do double 100, then it will say for example, if I gave 600, then 600 double slash 100 will give the value 6. So whatever is the quotient value, it's going to get inside, I mean whatever is the quotient value, we'll get that as 100 underscore count. Now let's say this. So what is our second criteria? Second criteria is for the 50s. Now we need to find a balance. So balance, let's say after 100. Now let's say we have let's say we gave an amount of 720, okay, and or we'll just do 320 for easier sake. So you have 100 count at this step will have value of 3. Now you need the balance, so that balance after 100 should be this will be s minus 100 star 100 count. So this will become 320 minus 3 into 100, so it will be 300. So you'll get the balance as 20. So this is what we are doing here. So now we'll keep it, maybe it's a good example. So now we need to have the 50 count. 50 count equals to, now we have to take this one, whatever is the balance after 100, and then divide by 50, and we'll get the quotient as 50 count. Now the balance after 50 equals, now we have this balance after 100, we take this minus 50 star 50 count. Okay, so we'll just change our input, let's say 380, Now this remains the same. We get 3 for 100 count and there will be a balance of 80. Now when we take this balance after 100, so this is balance after 100, so which is 80. Now we're going to do a 50 count. So 50 count will become balance of 100, which is 80 divided by 50. So that will give 1, and balance after 50 will be this 80 minus 50, which is 30. And now we need a 10 count. Okay, so let's do 10 count is whatever is left after 50, we're going to take that and we're going to divide it by 10. So you can do so this would be 30 by 10, which will give us 3. So 10 count will be this 30 by 10, that will give 3. So we have 3 for 100, 1 for 50, and 3 for 10. So we will get like 3 hundreds, 150, and then 3 tens. So that will match up to 380. So let's print. So now we're gonna say return so money withdrawn is, so first we'll do the 100 count. So I'll just do hundreds and then we have the 50 count, which is tens. Let's see, hope this I got everything right in my syntax. So we'll just test it once and then see we missed anything. So now let's call like ATM withdrawal of, let's give our example 380 and see if we got everything right or not. Okay, so now there is one error which is here. So we're trying to print we are trying to concatenate strings together and return this as a one single string statement. But here our 100 count, 50 count, and 10 count which we got here are all integers. So we have to convert them into strings. So we use str function so that we can convert all these integer values into strings. Okay, let's check now. There you go. So money withdrawn is 3 hundreds, 150, and 3 tens. So that will make 300, 350 plus 30, 380. So whatever input we are giving, it works fine. Now there is another class that maximum amount that can be withdrawn is 1000 per transaction, and we have not checked that here. So we'll write another if statement that if the value is greater than 1000, return max amount per transaction is 1000. So this is one check, and here there is one more check that maximum 100 bills can be given per transaction is 5. So here we are calculating number of hundreds and then we are calculating balance after 100. So if this value is greater than 5, then make this as 5. So this is a simple condition that we are checking. So if the 100 count is beyond 5, then we are making the 100 count as 5, so that whatever balance we have after this, will go into 50s and 10 denominations. So we'll check that now. So let's say do a couple more. Now I'll just put 1380, and then maybe I'll do 720. Okay, so let's try with these three things. So the first one value will remain the same, 300, 150, and 3 tens. So 380, good. Max amount per transaction is 1000, so we didn't get any value for 1380, so it is written in this one. And now here we see money withdrawn for 720. You have like 500 and 450s, that will make 700, and then 2 tens for the 20. So that's it. I think we have covered all these three clauses. Now we can check for other values as well, like if you want to do like something negative number, or you want to check for something which is not a multiple of 10. So you could see input must be greater than 0 when we pass minus 380, and when we pass 38 it says like input should be a multiple of 10. So this is a simple program for calculating, or for ATM withdrawal functionality. I hope this was interesting and helpful for you guys to understand a bit more about Python. Please share your feedback and please subscribe to our channel and let me know what more you are looking for to learn in Python. I'll come up with a new video. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you all in next video.